This is libation to my ancestors, one for joy and one for pain. Ndichie, who had a glimpse of the status that I now attain, I speak with their voices. Not patched with modern slangs and street cred. Instead, I stand on their shoulders to see clearer where my feet tread, cause this tread is to those who carved roads long before the first railway spike was driven. Long before the gunfire scorched the skies of 67, our stories did not begin in war smokes. We were a people of vision before we became a people of survival, long before borders were drawn with colonial inks. We were scribes of the earth, sons of Nri, custodians of the land's first covenant. We all had our chi. As priests who spoke to the soil and to the skies, our footsteps marked the rhythm of trade routes from the Niger to the Gold Coast. We were diplomats and diviners, our middlemen who traded salt, wares and souls with equal cunning. Oka and Ledger blacksmiths who forged bettered metalworks of Igbo-Ukwu that shaped entire kingdoms. We did not learn resilience from war. Already we know. Resilience was the cradle songs our mothers hummed while feeding us utara beneath udara trees. Before the gunpowder, there was Zik of Africa, whose voice stirred not just Igbo hearts, but a continent's consciousness. Before trenches were dug, there was Michael Okpara, who did not see the soil as just earth, but as destiny, planting industries like seedlings across the east. His hands bruised not just from the debris of war, but from the work of building. He believed that progress must honor culture, that legacy is a tree whose roots touch the past and whose branches reach the unborn, Ijeles in human form. Never forget the Aba women. Women who marched barefoot against colonial powers, the market queens who knew that silence was too expensive a price to pay. They did not wield rifles, yet their defiance was thunder. A reminder that our women have always been the spine of enterprise and resistance. Our history is more than the echoes of Ogbunigwe, mortars and fallen shells, more than the slogans raised in grief. It is the rhythm of mortar and pistol, the call of Ogene in the village squares, and the sound of the Ikoro inside the Ogo. The whispered secrets of Dibias who knew the language of leaves and the pathways of the spirit. We cannot inherit only wounds when we have also inherited wisdom. The wisdom that built the Uli art, where beauty is carved into walls like prophecy. The courage that sailed the seas where Igbo men traded with Okpogo in lands they could not name. To be Igbo is to create, to connect, to rise, because before the world knew our pain, our fathers had already written our greatness into the bones of the earth. And it is in that greatness, not only in grief and aquariri, that we rise from the ashes. So when I pour libation, I make it a double, one for the past and one for the future. You know, some people say their ancestors were evil. Mine were not.